सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Vichara Sagara, Chapter 6, page number 237, topic number 356, second paragraph. तत्रैतावान् भेदोऽस्ति ईश्वरस्य ज्ञानेच्छा प्रयत्नानित्याः जीवस्य ज्ञानादित्रयमनित्यम् ईश्वरः एको व्यापको नित्यश्च जीवस्तु नाना सर्वत्र व्यापको नित्यश्च जीवस्य ज्ञानमनित्यं तस्माद् यदा ज्ञानरूपगुणः अस्ति तदा चेतनः यदा ज्ञानगुणो नष्टः तदा जडः पाषाणतुल्यो भवति। जीवेश्वराविव आकाशकालदिङ्मनस्यपि मनांस्यपि नित्यानि। Different concepts of different schools we are seeing. It is known as school of thought, like Sankhya, Nyaya, Yoga, Purvamimamsaka, etc. All these Astika Darshanams, they are meant to finally samsara nivrittaye. Whatever darshanam you take in our scriptural field of knowledge, they are all meant for moksha. We have to know the difference between the Western philosophy and the Eastern philosophy. Eastern philosophy is our philosophy, all our scriptures. Eastern philosophy, we call them as darshanams, not even philosophy. It is called darshanam. Western philosophies, you cannot call them as darshanams. Western philosophy studied by those people who want to get scholarship. Western philosophy's study is meant for scholarship. There are people who study for the sake of scholarship, pandityam. But you see, our Sankhya darshanam is samsara nivrittaye. Nyaya darshanam samsara nivrittaye. Yoga darshanam samsara nivrittaye. Samsara nivrittaye means for the sake of the removal of samsara. That means moksha prapyartham. Purva Mimamsaka also samsara nivrittaye. That Purva Mimamsaka darshanam is called Purvamimamsaka darshanam is also called darshanam because it is also meant for moksha. Of course, he says karmana mokshaha, natu jnanena. All other systems other than Purvamimamsaka, they say this moksha is possible only through jnana, knowledge. Jnanena, kevala jnanena mokshaha. This is the slight difference. But moksha is final. Purva Mimamsaka, Uttara Mimamsaka also, that meant for moksha only, samsara nivrittaye, not for scholarship. So this is the difference between Western philosophy and Eastern philosophy we have to note. All looks like the same. No, there is lot of difference. Lot of difference in the destination. Scholarship, study, philosophy is entirely different. That is the uniqueness of our scriptures. Everything is aimed at moksha, including Sangeeta Jnanam, Nritya Jnanam, anything you take here, architecture, finally their destination is moksha only, indirectly. That is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma, Vaidika Dharma. So we are seeing the concepts of the school of thoughts here after finishing the Sankhya Darshanam. We have entered into Nyaya Darshanam in the last class. What this Nyaya Darshanam, the philosopher says, the school of thought, he introduced padarthas, 7 padarthas, sapta padarthaha, like dravya, jati, guna, kriya, samanya, samavaya, abhava, like that. From that sapta padarthas, we have taken dravyam, number 1. First padartha is dravyam. That dravyam is also of 2 types, nitya dravyam, anitya dravyam, eternal dravyam and temporary dravyam, the substance. What are all those dravyams? Dravyams are again 9. Navadravyani. 9 dravyams are there. That we saw in the last class. What are those dravyams? Panchabhutani, 5 elements. 5 elements. Then kala, time, dik, direction, mind, manas, and atma. Totally 9 dravyams. Panchabhutani, kala, dik, or desha. Kala, desha, we can call it as dik here according to Tarka language, mind and atma. Among these 9 dravyams, Nischaladasa focusing on Atma Dravyam. Atma Dravyam means Jiva Atma Dravyam. Paramatma Dravyam. One is eternal, one is non-eternal. Paramatma is Nitya Dravyam, Jivatma is Anitya Dravyam. So here in this item number 4, 3 and 4, he introduced Jivatma and Paramatma, their similarities and differences, contrast that he has introduced in that third number third, page number 237, second paragraph. So, Sankhya Parimanam Pruthatvam Samyogaha Vibhagaha Jnanam Ichcha Prayatnaha Iti Ashtau Gunaha Ishvara Nishtaha. Ashtaguna Vishishta Ishvara he has introduced. Tatra etavan bhedaha asti. Between Jivatma and Paramatma there is a difference. What are those differences? He said, Ishvarasya Jnana Ichcha Prayatna. Jnana Ichcha Prayatna, they are there in Ishvara also, Jiva also. Here Jnana means what? Consciousness. Ichcha means desire. Prayatna means will. They are eternal. To whom? Ishvara. Ishvara's consciousness, Chaitanyam, is eternal. That means Ishvara never becomes Jadam. Then Ishvara's desire to do Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, all these are eternal. Because the Srishti is continuously going on. Dravyams are Karya Dravyam, Karana Dravyam. Karya Dravyam are visible. At the time of Pralaya, all Dravyams are in Karana Sthiti. They are called Karana Dravyam. Karana Jala, Karana Agni, Karana Vayu, like that. They are all in Karana potential form. So, Karana Jala, Agni, Vayu, Prithvi also Anityaha. Akasha is Nityam according to him. So, Karana and Karya. Karya Dravyam, Karana Dravyam. Visible and invisible. Karyam is visible, Karanam is invisible. During Pralaya, they are all in invisible form as Karana Dravyam. And Paramanu size. Paramanu size is invisible. So then he introduced those little differences we saw. Jivasya Jnanaditrayam Anityam. This Jnana, Ichcha, Prayatna, etc. all are Anityam, means temporary for Jiva. Ishvara is Ekaha, one only. That is why you cannot talk about Ishvara's Samanyam, Samavaya Sambandha. You cannot talk. Ishvara doesn't have, there is no second Ishvara. Only one Ishvara. Ekatvat Jati you cannot talk about. Manushya Jati, Pashu Jati. Like that you cannot talk about Ishvara's Samanya, Samavaya Sambandhana. Jati, Sambandha, etc. Ekatvat. Vyapakaha. So all pervading Ishvaraha. Sarvagataha. Nityascha. These are the three features of Ishvara. Eternal, all pervading, one. Whereas Jivaha is Nana. Nana means many, plural. Plural, many. Sarvatra, Jiva also is all-pervading, Vyapakaha. Jiva is also all-pervading, Vyapakaha, and eternal, Nityaha, Nityascha. So these are the common features. What are common features? Ishvara is Vyapakaha, Jiva is also Vyapakaha, and Ishvara is Nityaha, Jiva also Nityaha. These are the common features. But one feature is uncommon. Ishvara is Ekaha, Jivas are many, plural in number. But another difference is what? Jivasya jnanam anityam. Ishvarasya jnanam nityam. This is the contrast. How Jiva is, Chaitanyam is temporary. Tasmat yada jnana rupa gunaha asti. In waking state, in dream state, this jnana gunaha, according to Tarka Shastra, Chaitanyam is a property of Atma. Atma Dravyam has got a Chaitanya guna. This guna goes into dormant form in sleep. That time the jiva becomes jadam. Jnana rupa gunaha asti tada chetanaha. Now all of us are having jnana rupa gunaha. That means the language, you see what he is using. These are all jarring to Advaitin. Jnana Rupa Gunaha means that consciousness which is the property of Atma, Dravyam, that guna is absent in Sushupti. That time I, the Jivatma, become Jadam. Inert. Yada Jnana Gunaha Nashtaha Sushupti Kale Tada Jadaha Bhavati. That is true, only looks like correct. People feel, whatever Nyaya philosopher saying, correct only in. But in Vedanta we don't accept. In Sushupti also, I, the consciousness, I am eternally there. In three avasthas. Jagrat sushupti sputatara ya samvit vijrumbhate. In Dakshana Murti Stotram. Jadaha Pashana Tulyaha. According to Tarka Shastra, Jivatma is Jadaha equal to Pashana Tulyaha, equal to a stone at the time of Nidra. Jnana Gunaha, he didn't mention that Nidra. When it is becoming Nashtaha, when you go to sleep, you become Jadam. That is why while person is sleeping, he is like a log of wood. Looks like log of wood. Therefore, Jadaha. Jiveshwaro Iva, like Jiva and Ishvara. What are the next one? So, Nitya Dravyam, Anitya Dravyam. After seeing that, another second Dravyam, Atma Dravyam is explained. Now, what are other 8 Dravyams? Akasha, Kala, Dik, Manamsyapi Nityani. That means Vayu, Agni, Prithvi, all Jala, all are Anityam. Akasha alone is Nityam. Pancha, that is why he says Nityani. Pancha Bhutani comes under Dravyam only. Kani, but what is the permanent Dravyam? Akasha. That means he is taking out Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. Even though they are Dravyam, they are Anitya Dravyam. Anitya Dravyani. Akasha is Nitya Dravyam, eternal substance. But according to Advaitin, Akasha is also born. Tasmadva ye tasmad atmana Akasha sambhutah. But according to him, it is Nityam. Nitya Dravyam Akasha. So 9 Dravyams put together, all are Padarthas only. Each Dravyam size also he is going to talk next paragraph. So Jiveshwara Iva Akasha, then third one is Kala, then fourth one is Dik, Manas, all these are Nityam. So in Atma, Nitya Dravyam, Anitya Dravyam, Nitya Atma, Anitya Atma. Jivasya Nityascha. Jiva also Nityaha. So Atma is Atma Dravyam is Nityam, Akasha Dravyam is Nityam, Kala Dravyam is Nityam, and Dik Dravyam is also Nityam, Mana Dravyam also Nityam. All of them are Nityam. So now you have to remember 9 Dravyamslo, Panchabhutaslo, 1 Akasha alone is Nityam, all other 4 are Anityam. Remember. Now he is going to talk about the size of that Atma, Parimanam, its life size, lifespan, and also they study Atma, that is which is Nityam, Anityam, all those we are going to see. Guna and Karma, that Padarthas, what we saw, they are also Anityam. Guna and Karma are Anityam. Samanyam, that Padartha Samanyam is universal of those things are Nityam. Some Padarthas Nityam, some Padarthas are Anityam. So, Samanyam, you remember Manushyatvam, Pashutvam, Kitatvam, Vrikshatvam, all are Samanyam. The Samanyam is Nityam. Manushyatvam is always there. Pashutvam, the animalness, is eternal. Humanness is eternal. Samanya is eternal. But Guna and Kriya are not eternal. So, why I am saying the Samanyam is eternal? That Samanyam is eternal, Pashutvam, it cannot connect to Atma. Because Pashutvam, humanness, animalness, all when can you talk? Generality, when can you talk? Only when there is plurality. Plurality is there only you can talk about Aneka Anugatam Samanyam. Samanyam definition is that. Aneka Anugatam Samanyam. Nityam Ekam Anekanugatam Samanyam. This is the Samanya definition. In Vedanta, we refute the Jati itself. Where is the question of Pashu Jati, Vriksha Jati, all this Jati we discard. So in Vedanta, we negate the existence of Jati. Samanyam is the cardinal, fundamental principle of Tarka Shastra. We have to know the difference. Samanya is and Samavaya Sambandha is possible only when there is plurality. Samanya and Samavaya Sambandha are possible when there is only plurality. But according to Advaita, there is no plurality. There is only one Atma Chaitanyam, Satyam. All others are Mithya. How can you talk about Jati and Samavaya Sambandha? You cannot talk. That is the idea we have to remember here. So space is also one. You cannot talk about Samanyam, space Jati you cannot talk. Where there is one thing, you cannot talk about Jati. There are so many human beings, you cannot talk, you can say Manushya Jati. There are many animals, you can say there are many animals, therefore Pashu Jati, Samanyam, generic. But whereas Akasha is one, only you cannot say Samanya, you cannot talk about Samanya Jati. Atma is one, therefore no Jati. Samanya cannot be there. So Advaita, they are not there, they come under only plurality. So now he says in the fifth item we have to enter Prithvi Jala Tejas. Now he is going to talk about the Dravyam's size. What are the sizes, different sizes? Paramanu is the size here. He says, I will read the item number 5. Up to here we saw in the last class. पृथिवी जल तेजो वायूनां परमाणवः नित्याः गवाक्षजालकनिर्गतेषु सूर्यकिरणेषु उपलभ्यमान सूक्ष्मरजसः षष्ठो भागः परमाणुरिति कीर्त्यते सह परमाणुः आत्मवन् नित्यः. Now, Prithvi, the earth, Jala, water, Tejaha, fire, Vayu, air. So, Akasha he has taken into eternal Nitya Dravyam. Prithvi Dravyam, Jala Dravyam, Agni Dravyam, Vayu Dravyam. Through Sparsha you come to know Vayu. All these are Paramanavaha. This Paramanu is a size, measurement, atom. Nityaha, they are all eternal. How there is a big discussion about this. Paramanu, Paramanavaha means the atoms. One plus one, Dhyanukam they call. 1 plus 1, Dhyanukam. Tranukam means 3 Dhyanukam known as Tranukam. 1 Anu plus 1 Anu known as Dhyanukam, dyad. Then triad means 3 Dhyanukams, means each Dhyanukam has got 2 Paramanus and total is 6. Dhyanukam plus 1, Dhyanukam 2, Dhyanukam 3, put together 6 Paramanus put together Dhyanukam consists of 3 Dhyanukam, not 3 Paramanus. Okay. So in Dhyanukam there are 6 Paramanus. So together called Tirasa Renuhu. One Dhyanukam has got 3 Dhyanukam, 6 Paramanus. Okay. These are all not given here because Paramanu word has come. Just each dyad has got 2 Paramanus. It's Parimandalyam, means Parimandalyam means the size. Paramanu size is called Parimandalyam. Dhyanukam, Tranukam, the smallest size. So Trasarenu he is talking about now. 6 Paramanus put together called Trasarenu. Trasarenu, 6 Paramanus means what? Tranukam. Trasarenu is one smallest visible version he is explaining now. Trasarenu is one smallest visible version. So Paramanu is invisible, Dhyanukam is invisible, and Trenukam or Trasarenu become the visible version. Paramanu is invisible. So, and Dhyanukam also invisible. Only Trenukam or Trasarenu become visible version. How? The Surya Kirana Dwara. When you sweep the room, he writes here, Gavaksha Jala Jala from window. Jala net. From that window net, Nirgateshu Surya Kiraneshu, that rays comes from the window net. What happened? Surya Kiranesh Upalabhyamana Sukshma Rajasaha. You see, everyone of must have experienced that. When the rays come from the window, Surya Kiranams, through Surya Kiranam, you can see the dust particles through that Kiranam's rays. Lot of dust particles, small one. That is called Sukshma Rajasaha. Of that Rajasaha, sixth case, Sakarantaha, Napumsakalingaha, Rajas Shabdaha, Rajasaha. Of that dust particles, Shashto Bhagaha, 1/6, the size of Paramanu is 1/6 of the floating particle. He says, Shashto Bhagaha Paramanu Riti Kirtyate. What mean by Paramanu? What is the size of Paramanu? He says, that floating dust what you are seeing, that dust particle, 1/6 of that dust particle is called Paramanu. That dust particle itself is visible, but you make it 1/6, how it is visible? That is why Paramanu is invisible. 1/6 of the floating particle. So there are Dhyanukam, Trenukam, Chaturanukam, Panchanukam, like that. All are Anityam. All are Anityam. Similarly, you are a hole in the wall, house, you have a wall, that Prithvi Tattvam, and they're full of molecules of Prithvi. They are all molecules of Prithvi. Therefore, visible water is the combination of molecules. Jala Paramanu. Similarly, here Agni Paramanu, Vayu Paramanu, you can sense it. You can sense it. These are all Tarka language words. So Paramanu is activated by Ishvara and Karma during creation. So Paramanu is invisible. That Paramanu is activated by Ishvara and Karma during creation. Yet at any time that one becomes particles, so several diodes, all this size of the particles, Paramanus, whole this is not relevant to us, not much, but this much is sufficient, more than enough for us. So that is the idea he gives here. Paramanu Riti Kirtyate. The definition of Paramanu. Paramanu Lakshana. 1/6 of the floating particle of the dust particle, when you see that rays comes from your window. That is Paramanu he want to describe. The atom. Saha Paramanuhu Atmavat Nityaha. You see that atom is eternal like Atma. He is comparing with Atma, that Paramanu. It is Nityaha. So two Prithvi Paramanu. So during Pralaya, they live as Karanam Dravyam, all of them. Srishtikale, they come down to Karya Dravyam. Karya Dravyam. So each element has infinite Paramanus. Infinite Paramanus. Next paragraph. Item number 6. So fifth item is over. जात्यादयो अन्ये अपि केचन पदार्थाः न्यायमते नित्याः सन्ति वेदविरुद्धसिद्धान्तानां बहूनां लेखने जिज्ञासूनां प्रयोजनं नास्ति इति न अत्र ते लिख्यन्ते. So you need not feel bad if you don't understand. Also, Nischaladasa himself says, these are all, I am not writing elaborately. Why I am not writing elaborately? Jignasunam prayojanam nasti. The people who want to attain moksha, for them there is no prayojanam. Therefore, I am not writing elaborately. Tyanukam, Jvanukam, Trenukam. Trasarena, all Chaturanakam, Panchanakam, I am not going to write. Prayojanam nasti eva. Na atrate likhyante. Therefore, I am not writing elaborately. What? Jatyadeha anye api kechana padartha. Jati is one padartha. Samavaya, Adipadartha, Samavaya, Sambandha, etc. Anye api. There are other padarthas are there. If you want to write all 7 padarthas description, lot of description will come. Our aim is only focusing on Atma Dravyam. How Atma can be Dravyam, how Atma can become Jadam. These are all we are going to attack him. That is why he says, Padarthaha Nyayamate Nityaha Santi. All these Padarthas are eternal according to Nyayamata. They are all Veda Siddhanta Viruddha. Veda Viruddha Siddhantana. They are all against to Veda. Because they give importance to Tarka, Veda is secondary for them. That is why Veda Viruddham. See, Samani is the cardinal principle, foundation of Tarka Shastra. Samanya, Jati. Samsara Varnanam comes later. For them, all this I am not going to describe. Veda Viruddhatvat Siddhantanam Bahunam Lekhani. By what is the use of writing? There is no use of writing lot elaborately. Therefore, I am not writing. Prayojanam nasti. Thank God. If he writes elaborately, it becomes a Tarka Shastra. For us, this much is sufficient. He himself going very, very briefly. Now let us come to Samsara Varnanam. Item number 6. In this 6th item, 7th item we are going to. Now 6th item, what he want to say? Jatyadayaha anye api padarthaha nityaha. What are all eternal? He says all categories, padarthas, all of them are eternal. That is the point he want to highlight. Now we come to Samsara Varnanam. What is Samsara? I told you this Nyayamata Siddhanta also for Samsara Nivritti only. So how Samsara Nivritti can take place in Nyayamata? Even though they are aiming at Samsara Nivritti, is it possible in Nyayamata? Is it possible? But they are useful, but they can't achieve that goal as Advaita Siddhanta. So that is what he says. What is Samsara Varnana? We know here he presents in a different way. Like in Naishkarma Siddhi we saw first chapter, how Samsara, the 7 Sapta Bhumika. one by one leads to another. Like that here also. Aham manushyaha brahmanaha iti dehe atma bhrantir bhavati tato ragadveshau bhavatah ताभ्याम धर्माधर्म निमित्ते कर्मणि प्रवृत्तिर भवति ततः शरीर संबंधद्वारा सुख दुःखादयः भवन्ति इत्थं न्यायमते आत्मनः संसारं प्रति भ्रान्तिज्ञानमेव कारणम्. Now what he is explaining in this seventh item, what is the cause of samsara? Ajnanam is the cause of samsara, but he used the word instead of ajnanam, bhranti jnanam he used. Delusion. Ajnanam we don't say, but here we say Bhranti jnanam eva karanam, the cause of samsara. The cause of samsara is Bhranti jnanam. Bhranti jnanam is the cause, delusion. What is that? I am this body is the Bhranti jnanam. So Vishishtadvaiti and Dvaiti, they reject this adhyasa. Ajnanam, adhyasa word they don't accept. They give this 7 arguments, saptavidha anupapattihi. To talk against to adhyasa, Vishishtadvaiti gives saptavidha anupapattihi. 7 types of arguments he gives there. So with regard to samsara karanam, Nyaya and Vedanta are similar. We also say Bhranti Jnanam, the 7 series of the flow of Ajnanam. We say Adhyasa, he is using Bhranti Jnanam. What is that? Aham manushyaha brahmanaha iti. I am human being. I am a Brahmin. Iti dehe, in the body. Atma bhrantihi. I am the body, I am a Brahmin, I am a human being, like that bhavati. So, Bhranti Jnanam alone is the samsara karanam. Because of that identity with the body, tataha. Ragadveshau bhavataha. Raga, attachment, dvesha, aversion, are likes and dislikes. Once you develop attachment towards this body, you will naturally develop attachment towards everything. Ragadveshau bhavataha. Tabhyam, because of those two, ragadvesha, likes and dislikes. I like it, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like that. Dharma, adharma nimitte karmani. Whatever you like, you want to do that. Whatever you don't like, you don't want to do that. Whether you like it or not, Veda says it is to be done, you have to do. What you don't like also you have to do. It is not depending upon your likes and dislikes. But a human being is succumbed to his likes and dislikes. Who follow vidhi nisheda? I am not interested in. I am interested in my likes and dislikes. They are the norms for me to do or not to do. But I don't like, I don't do. If I like it, I do. I don't want to bother about Veda. Normally people. Therefore, dharma adharma nimitte punya papa karmani. Dharma means punya, papa means adharma means papa. So here dharma phale pravrittihi, adharma phale nivrittihi. Pravrittir bhavati karmani, pravrittir nivritti. Dharma phale Punya I want to get, you will do pravritti, activity in that. If it is papam, adharma means nivrittihi. Tatah sharira sambandha dwara. Through that sharira sambandha, once you get attached to this body mind complex, adharma phale nivrittihi. So series of flowing, that cause and effect, series of flowing, the cause and effect. Sambandha dwara sukha dukkhadayaha, pleasure and pain, pleasure and pain, pleasure and pain, always bhavanti eva. Mishram also, sometimes pleasure, sometimes pain, some both of them together also. In this manner, itham Nyayamate, in Nyaya Shastra, Atmanaha samsaraha. Dharme ragaha, adharme dveshaha, Atmanaha samsaram bhavati. There is a samsara to oneself. Samsara to oneself is called, this is the cause towards samsara. Prati means towards that samsara. Bhranti jnanameva, the whole above thing is bhranti jnana. That is the karanam for samsara. First step is what? Aham manushyaha, body identity. Then likes and dislikes. Then punya karma, papa karma, going towards pravritti and nivritti. Then comes sukha dukkha. Then comes again punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. That is called samsara because of bhranti jnanameva karanam. Next, item number 8. Tacha bhranti jnanam tattva jnanan nivartate. So, Tattva Jnana means Atma Jnana. What we call Atma Jnanam, he calls it as Tattva Jnana. Here, in this context, Nyayamata. Atma Jnanat we have to take. Okay? It's not a correction. Tattva Jnanam, he is using the word. What is that? Tacha, tatucha, the Bhranti Jnana. That Bhranti Jnana, what is the remedy now? Samsara Karanam is Bhranti Jnana. So what? You have to get a remedy for that. Remedial measures. How to come out of that? Remedial measures are Tattva Jnanam. Atma Jnanam only is the remedy. By self-knowledge, Tattva-jnanat nivartate. That samsara nivartate. That samsara will go away. Anvaya vitreka. Anvaya vitreka means co-presence and co-absence. Yatra yatra bhranti jnanam tatra tatra samsaraha. Yatra yatra bhranti jnanam abhavaha tatra tatra samsara abhavaha. Wherever bhranti jnanam is there, there is samsara. Sukha, dukkha, raga, dvesha, dharma, dharma, punya, papa, phala, all will be there. Once that bhranti jnanam is not there, it goes, and then samsara nivritti. So, Bhranti Jnanam Tattva Jnanat Nivartate. This is item number 8. Like Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Atma Anatma Vibhaga Yoga. That is Atma Anatma Viveka. That is the remedy. What we are doing from decades together. 2-3 decades. Next item. Dehadi sakala padarthebhyah atma bhinnah iti nischayah eva tattva jnanam. in this ninth item, he gives a heading like, what do you mean by Tattva Jnana? Atma Jnana means what? What do you mean by Atma Jnanam? You can remember this sentence, definition of Atma Jnana. Beautifully gives Dehadi Sakala Padarthibhyaha Atma Bhinnaha. Atma, I am. I, the self, I am Bhinnaha, different. I am different. From what? Dehadi Sakala Padarthibhya. Deha means body. Adi Padarth, sense organs, mind, buddhi, etc. And all other objects also. All of them. From all Padarthas, I am different. So that Atma, what he said that Atma. Okay, according to Nyaya Mata Atma, Dravya Atma. Dravya Atma different from all other Padarthas, 6 Padarthas. Atma Bhinnaha iti Nischyaha eva. Firm knowledge. I am different from body, I am different from sense organs, I am different from mind, I am different from buddhi, chitta, ahankara, etc. etc. Iti Nischyaha. Nischyaha means Anumana Pramanat. What I have, I am not. Therefore, Anumana Pramana Dvara Nischyaha. Anumana Pramanat eva Tattva Jnanam. Iti. Nischyaha eva Tattva Jnanam. That alone is firm knowledge, alone is called Tattva Jnana. Now, in this item number 9, he gives again one by one and that clarification, extra teaching anamata. Tena tattvajnanena aham manushyaha brahmanaha iti bhrantirnivartate. Number 1. So by this tattvajnanam, what is tattvajnana? I am not body. Where is the question of birth and death? Where is the question of the likes and dislikes comes because of I am the body mind complex. Now I am not the body. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. When that thought comes, understanding comes, tena tattvajnanena aham manushyaha. I am human being goes. I am Atma, I have human body. Now, because of Atma Jnanam, these are all given in Nyayamatam. Okay, it's same like Vedanta only. In some places only he differs. In Atma Jnanam, because of Atma Jnanam, what he says, Aham Manushyaha na, Brahmanaha na, I am not. Bhranti nivartate, that Bhranti goes away. Because of this Atma Anatma Viveka Jnanam. So previously he was thinking, I am body, I have Atma. Now, I am Atma, I have incidental body mind complex. So, next point. So, Bhranti has gone. Next, second point is what? Bhranti nashe ragadveshau nashyatah. Once Bhranti goes, aham pratyaya, deha pratyaya, manushyatvam, brahmanatvam gone. Because they have gone, then ragadvesha cannot come. I am not the body. I am not a manushya that it belongs to the body. Humanness belongs to the body, not to the Atma. Once it comes, that knowledge comes, where is the place for attachment and detachment? Ragadveshau nashyataha. The both raga and dvesha, attachment and aversion, likes and dislikes, nashyataha, they will also disappear when Bhranti nashi. How Bhranti has gone, I am not the body, I am not a human being, that is belong to the only body, not me. Then third point, you see all the steps, how he is developing the subject. Once ragadvesha goes, ragadveshayor abhave dharma dharmartha karmani pravrittirna bhavati. The third point. Ninth item lo third point. All these are remedial measures. You can note how previously you have got Deha Bhimana, Mana Bhimana, Indriya Bhimana, my family, my son, my daughter, all are Bhranti Gnan. Now that Bhranti has gone. Son is there, father is there, brother is there, body is there, same thing. But the Bhranti, the notion in the mind has gone. Wrong notion, misconception has gone. Nothing has changed. Only cognitive change. This is called cognitive change. You need not change anything. You cannot change also. Body is as it is. Relations are as it is. Family members are as it is. What you have changed? You have not changed. Your misconception has gone. Previously, my family, my children, my body, my. Now that has gone. That is why now you have come out of raga and tvesha, abhave, likes and dislikes. Now, so no much likes and dislikes. Therefore, dharma, punya, papa, karma, pravritti, nivritti, all are also not there. Agami karma, sanchita karma, punya, papa, they are all avoided. Pravritti nivrittir na bhavati. So, agami karma, punya papa, punya karma towards punya karma pravritti, towards papa karma nivritti, or towards raga and dvesha are not there. Pravritti nivritti also goes away. Dharma adharma karmani means phalayukta. Dharma phalayukta karma, adharma phalayukta karma, dharma dharmartha karmani. Artha means here phalayukta. Artha means prayojanam. Some prayojanam is there only you will do, otherwise how can you do? Now you don't see any prayojanam in that. Pravrittir na bhavat. There is no pravritti, it means desire to do that. Then what happens? Pravritya bhave sharira sambandha rupa janma bhavaha siddhyati prarabdham tu yubhogena nashyati sharira sambandha abhave ekavimshati dukkhanam dhvamsaha bhavati. According to Tarkika, Nayayika, there are ekavimshati dukkhanam. So 2021 dukkhams are there. He is going to enlist all of them later. He says, pravritya bhave, there is no doing this, that, and all interest in doing. I want to do this, I want to do that. So much eagerness to do, that pravritti abhave. Then what happens? Sharira sambandha rupa janma abhava. There is no, there is an absence of birth. What is birth? Sharira sambandha. A relation with regard to the body. Sharira sambandha rupa janma. What is janma? Once you have attachment towards body, you think about birth and death. I am not the body. Where is the question of birth and death? Body is a matter manifesting, unmanifesting. It is not dying. It is only vyaktam, avyakta, advyaktayas sarvaha, prabhavantyah ragame, ratriagame. Like that, when like day and night come and goes, matter also body appears and disappears like a bubble in the water, ocean, in the waters, Atma waters. Okay. Sharira sambandha rupa janma abhava. Siddhyati is possible, you can accomplish. Then what happens? Prarabdham anantara shariram Prarabdham tu bhogena nashyate. What happens to prarabdhan? You exhaust in this body, prarabdha. Sharira sambandha bhave. Once there is no sambandha towards your body, all types of sorrows will go away. Worry, guilt, hurt, so many things. Oppression, depression, suppression, all of them. Ekavimshati dukkhanam dhvamsaha bhavati. More in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.